Good evening to you, friends. Greg and Liz here with you. We're going to start with the WAFBI team and a change that could have major implications in court. FBI agents sworn by it in courtrooms for years in America all over. Now a type of forensic science called bullet-lead analysis is being called into question.
It was used in thousands of cases and hundreds of trials, but the FBI discontinued it over flaws in the science. Our lead investigator, Chris Nakamoto, explains what this means for some ongoing cases. Good evening, Chris.
Good evening, Liz and Greg. The so-called tainted testimony tied to bullets is being called into question. Now at least one man is free as another fights for his freedom.
It was definitely a shock to the whole community.
In 1991, 45-year-old Norma Jean Yates was found inside this home, shot to death 7 times. The house set on fire.
She deserved better than that.
Her death, a defining event in the life of her husband, Jimmy Yates, because 6 years later, a jury convicted him of her murder. It's his first sit-down interview after being released in 2021. Did you kill your wife?
No. I've maintained it all these years.
Police found a bullet in his vehicle, which they said matched the lead in bullets at the crime scene. That science the jury trusted when it ultimately convicted Yates, no longer used by the FBI. When a weapon is missing or a bullet too damaged, the FBI claimed at the time their science could match bullets to ammunition through the lead alone. Our national investigative team found the FBI admitted to using this science in 2,500 cases, and it was introduced in hundreds of trials across America. But in 2005, the FBI pulled the plug on this practice. Their admission: neither scientists nor bullet manufacturers are able to definitively attest to the significance of an association made between bullets in the course of a bullet-lead examination.
Subjective speculation masquerading as scientific evidence.
Chris Fabricant is one of America's leading experts on forensic science and the criminal justice system, and is the director of strategic litigation at the Innocence Project. He calls comparative bullet-lead analysis junk science.
When you think about it, it's kind of like associating a fried egg to the carton of eggs that the egg came from. Number one is that it sounds like science, right? There's a lot of scientific terminology used in all forms of junk science, so it sounds scientific. But what it lacks is an empirical basis.
Our national investigative team found, following the FBI's own admission that it was abandoning the use of bullet-lead analysis, it began notifying at least 300 agencies across America that had received lab reports since 1996. Our team uncovered gaps in notifying the convicts. One of those cases is Kermit Parker, a Louisiana man convicted nearly 4 decades ago for the murder of a police officer. In 2008, the FBI sent this letter to the district attorney in Parker's case, saying the testimony exceeds the limits of science and cannot be supported by the FBI. In new court filings, Parker's legal team says they never got that letter, or other evidence implicating another suspect who admitted to killing the officer. We requested the number of how many letters, like the one in Parker's case, were sent from the FBI. We asked for expedited processing. It's a request the FBI denied.
Those notices didn't go to the individuals whose cases were affected.
I met him through a mutual friend.
Parker's wife, Marcia, spoke to us outside the gates of Louisiana State Penitentiary, where her husband is incarcerated. They want the state's highest court to intervene.
He did not do that. So it puts a fire under him to fight even harder, and knowing that he has the proof that proves that he didn't do it.
When Parker was accused of killing Sergeant Warren Broussard back in 1988,
I heard a shot, and I turned around. The cop had fallen in the street.
No murder weapon was ever found. Bullet-lead analysis was also brought up at Parker's trial. With new information coming to light, state justices will decide if Parker gets a new hearing.
That way we can be before a judge and we can show them what has been discovered in those hidden DA files.
If you're going to use it in court, then it has to be valid, it has to be reliable, and when it's not, due process requires we go back, we look at these convictions, and we make sure that miscarriages of justice have not occurred.
For Yates, a second miscarriage of justice came in 2011 when he was reconvicted. That conviction was overturned in 2018 because evidence was withheld from his attorneys. A CD of another man's confession.
I believe in God, I believe in forgiveness, and I'm not going to hold a grudge in my heart.
Do you still think about her every day?
I think about her every night.
Jimmy Yates now lives in Alabama, moving out of Florida after his release from their state prison in 2021. Within the past 2 hours, the Supreme Court in Louisiana denied Kermit Parker's writ, asking for a hearing. His family is now deciding whether or not they will take this fight to the United States Supreme Court. Meanwhile, prosecutors maintain his conviction is valid and it's too late to appeal it. For the WAFBI team, I'm Chris Nakamoto. Greg, Liz.
All right, Chris, thank you for that.